Excuse me, sir. I hope my horrible ugliness won't be a distraction to you.
Not at all, boy!
You know, guys, a few weeks ago here in the Call of Duty community, we were presented with something in one of the updates where essentially Activision was going to be sending out surveys to random people, and if you wanted to sign up for it, you could, but you had to be specifically invited. I'm not really too sure what that's all about, but I guess it's a thing that has actually happened. Now, I hope, and fingers crossed, but I don't really have high hopes for this, but I wouldn't really be surprised if this is not the case, but I would genuinely like this Recon Squad, or whatever it's called. Honestly, it sounds cringy as all hell, but I would hope that some of the people that were invited to this are not just the typical gooch slicker out there, not the typical COD fanboy or soy boy out there. You gotta remember, it's the fault of a lot of these types of people that not only are bundles and microtransactions extremely expensive, but we have all of these collaborations that make no sense. We have VC bans, we have people crying about rage baiters and trying too hard in Call of Duty, and now skill-based matchmaking is necessary.
Come on, man.
At its core, these people unfortunately do have an influence in what happens in Call of Duty, whether they want to admit it or not. So I would hope that Activision includes other types of people that are maybe a little bit more critical, maybe people with, I don't know, a little bit more common sense, maybe some people that do not resemble banana-less baboons, and hopefully they get a good mixture of the kinds of people that will give them feedback that actually matters. Because recently there was a survey that was sent out that I think is extremely interesting. But before I get into that, guys, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor, alright? I'm gonna need you to leave a like on today's video, subscribe if you're new, and if you don't, you know what I gotta do. Hey, thoughts, you're bald!
Something is wrong with this motherfucker.
Also, you already know what to do down in the comments below. Hashtag Fooly50, guys. We've been making more progress. I'm very excited for this, guys, so please check this out. This is a tweet from an account that... Alright, look. I do not follow these guys because personally, I think they might be like the dumbest baboons, the very subspecies subset of human beings that unfortunately we need to coexist with. An account that is unfortunately ran by Dyke Dynamite. His news account, I guess, I'm not too sure what they do, but they tweeted out, exclusive, hashtag Call of Duty Recon surveys are asking players which new game would most interest them. Option 1, a new sequel, a sequel linked to a non-Modern Warfare or Black Ops title, so it could be Ghost, Infinite Warfare, etc. Option 2, a new title, a game that is not a sequel to previous titles. Option 3, another Black Ops game. Or option 4, another Modern Warfare title.
Please! No!
And just so you guys know exactly where I stand, where there's no question whatsoever, here's a tweet from the Scatmaster that hopefully cleanses your eyes from seeing that previous account. No more MW titles, no more Black Ops titles, do something different. Now guys, before I get into reading some of the responses to that initial tweet, it needs to be said, a question like this, I honestly think, just based off of the circumstance of who's receiving this survey, I think whatever data they get from this, honestly, is completely irrelevant. The reason I say that is because they're specially choosing people, and they seemingly decide who is going to get this survey. So, it could honestly be the case where they send it to nothing but gooch slickers. But just playing it fair, and as somebody who understands statistics and research methods, it would be a disservice to everybody to send the survey out only to people who are critical as well. Alright, as much as that is not fair, it is equally not fair to send it to only gooch slickers. And here's the thing, even if they're mixing both of them in, that does not represent your entire Call of Duty population. I understand it's a dying franchise. I understand that there's not very many people that you can send this survey out to. If you want to disagree with the whole Call of Duty is dead or dying argument, argue with the wall, eat my balls, I don't really care. A survey like this that could easily determine the direction of future Call of Duty titles should not have been sent to a small portion or a sample population size. This is something that needs to be sent out to literally everybody that plays your game, that logs into your games. You got all the time in the world to dedicate some spacing on the front screen on the main menu. You can't even access the game without having gone through the battle pass screen. Do the same thing with an easy survey. Ask people what they want to see. But whatever, man, I understand the gooch lickers, they're a little slow. I might be thinking way too ahead of them. They might have not even thought of something like that. So I apologize to some of the gooch lickers out there. A lot of these guys are very, very, very slow.
You're slow.
I'm sorry, I didn't really mean to make the smog and smoke exit throughout your ears. You guys know my stance on this. When it comes to future Call of Duties, I'm tired of seeing Modern Warfare titles. I'm tired of seeing Black Ops titles. But judging off of the responses that I've seen, it seems a lot of people have differing opinions on this. This guy says, Ghosts and IW sequels would go so hard. Extinction and IW Zombies were an absolute blast. Now, just to give my quick thoughts on this, I personally think Extinction was awesome. I would love to see it again, but if it means having to go through a Ghost number 2, I'm sorry, but I'm just not down for that. And the same thing goes with Infinite Warfare and Infinite Warfare Zombies. This guy says we need Ghosts 2, Advanced Warfare 2, and a Korean War era Black Ops game. And look, when it comes to a title like Advanced Warfare, I gotta keep it honest. I love Advanced Warfare. It's one of my favorite Call of Duties of all time. But there's a reason I do not want a sequel of anything anymore at this point in time, and I'll get into that in a minute. But as you can see here, pretty much everybody wants Ghost 2. I understand the campaign was pretty cool and it left off on a cliffhanger, so it makes sense, but I don't know, I see this guy at the bottom, option 4.
Dumbass!
Yeah, how about option 5 and we just expunge a lot of the people that want more Modern Warfare titles? I'm sorry, but if there's any title to not come back in Call of Duty, I think it should be Modern Warfare. This new era of MW 2019 CODs, disgusting, absolutely pitiful. They're all disgusting, top down. They suck. Guys, I gotta be honest, I don't think Call of Duty should go through any sort of sequel ever again. The reason I say that is because of this guy's response right here. How about just make a functional game for once? And actually, the guy responding is also spitting. He says, and calm down with the $30 bundles. This is the sort of thing that we need in this community. We need people to start thinking ahead, okay? No more of this tunnel vision like, oh my god, you know what? Black Ops 3 was pretty good. Why don't we get a sequel to Black Ops 3? MW 2019 Part 3 was great. Why doesn't Sledgehammer do the next Modern Warfare title? Let me keep it straight with you guys. Every single Call of Duty title from MW 2019 to the present day does not deserve a sequel. And every single sequel that has come out within that time has caused Call of Duty to fall into such a pit, such an awful hole that they cannot dig themselves out of because of the strict implementation of skill-based matchmaking or whatever matchmaking system it is. I don't care if it's EOMM, I don't care what it's called. The implementation of that matchmaking system, plus the amount of cheaters and hackers that they can't seem to figure out, all of these studios that have somehow, some way lost all of their talent, all of their common sense. A publishing company as greedy as Activision has become in the last 5-6 years, all of these microtransactions, all of the collaborations, all of the unfinished titles, all of these games suffer from the exact same themes that I've just spoken on, and they're gonna continue out no matter what the next Call of Duty is.
God damn it! Same shit, different day!
It doesn't matter if it's Advanced Warfare 2. I loved Advanced Warfare number 1. If they come out with AW2, you know what it's gonna be filled with? Skill-based matchmaking, hackers and cheaters, unfinished products, and if you hated the supply drops back in the day, I got a hot take for you. The current microtransactions and bundles have generated so much more money for Activision that they're not gonna care about the quality of the game because they're just gonna make up all of their money and revenue from the shop. The same thing goes for Ghost number 2. The same thing goes for Infinite Warfare number 2. I heard somebody suggest that we needed a Vanguard 2. Are you high? Are you smoking chodes? What are you talking about? Guys, let me keep it straight up. I would rather die twice yes, I'd rather get my ball sack wrapped around my own neck and have somebody hang me in front of Bobby Cosby than play any sort of sequel in this modern era of Call of Duty.
Bro, what the f is you even talking about, bro?
It's not the fact that Advanced Warfare was bad, so I don't want AW2. It's the fact that post-2019, Activision has lost the plot. Okay, it's not about making an enjoyable game, it's about how to get these gooch lickers to spend the most money. And if you disagree with that, listen man, argue with the wall, I don't really care what you do. All I'm saying is, the community has suffered from so much brain damage from all of these gooch lickers spewing out the same nonsense about, oh my god, you dislike the game, you're just rage baiting. This game's pretty good. No, absolutely not. Get that filth out of here. Some of those older Call of Duties that are absolute gems, like Advanced Warfare in my opinion at least, or even Black Ops 2, which we're supposed to get the sequel to Black Ops 2 this year, something called like a Black Ops 7 or 6.5 or 2.5, I don't know what to call it. Call of Duty Black Ops Goochlick. I don't care what you call it. I loved Black Ops 2. Everybody loves Black Ops 2. But in this modern era of Call of Duty, it's not going to work. Maybe if we had different publishers, maybe if we had different developers. We don't have half of the guys working at Treyarch that we used to back in the day. Same with the Infinity Tards. Why do you think the current Modern Warfare titles don't hold a candle to the original MW series? Because we got different people. Back in the day, they would promote you to talk smack in the lobby and teabag people. You know what they promote in the current Modern Warfare series? Doors, mounting, horrible dog shit maps. And if you talk a little bit too much out of line, guess what? You get your speaking rights taken away from you.
You what?
So no, you can miss me with all of that nonsense in Advanced Warfare 2. We don't need more Black Ops titles, okay? They've run their course. There's like 6, and after this year, there's gonna be like 7 different Black Ops titles. 7 different Modern Warfare titles. No more, please. It's not just about making a new series because we had Vanguard right in the middle of all of these Modern Warfare and Black Ops titles. It's not about making another game like Vanguard. It's about making something different that doesn't suck. Okay, I understand that's a very difficult concept for the gooch lickers. I understand rage bait this, rage bait that. How about you rage bait on these balls? Alright, what we need is no more Warzone. What we need is no more SBMM in the current state that it's in. What we need is better developers, better publishers. What we need is less microtransactions. What we need is an anti-cheat that works. Until we have any of those things, I cannot in good conscience say that we need another Black Ops title. Or God forbid, another Modern Warfare 2019 title. Please, I would rather die twice than play another Modern Warfare 2019 title. Please, no more. Stop it! And I know that's gonna break the heart of many, and it doesn't make you a gooch licker to want Advanced Warfare 2. It doesn't make you a gooch licker to want Ghost 2, although I will say that that is kind of pushing it. What makes you a gooch licker is if you avoid all of the problems that we've been talking about, and instead of handling those problems or addressing them, or even thinking about them, to just default to, oh, you're just complaining too much. That is what's gonna make you a gooch licker. And unfortunately, at least from my lens, it seems like there's probably only gooch lickers that are doing this recon survey, and the possibility of us getting a sequel in the future is very, very, very high. The possibility of another MW or Black Ops title is extremely high, and I kind of doubt that very many people are actually out there saying, you know what, can you please come up with something fresh, and specifically something that doesn't suck. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. If you had the keys to Activision, which option would you choose? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos, and yeah guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.
This ain't in my body.